If you are a mom and you're thinking about moving into a condo or a house, and if you're in the burbs or if you're in an urban center and you're wondering what is the best thing for your boys, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Andrea Benton from Raisingboys.tv, and today we are going to talk about what type of living spaces, if you're raising a boy, and what type of things you should look for if you're raising a boy, whether you're in an urban center or if you are in the suburbs. And I am with my good friend, Sarah Dennis. She is a real estate agent, and that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. So Sarah, if I am raising my boy in an urban center, what should I look for?
Yeah, so if you're raising your boy in either an apartment or a townhouse. Okay. What you're looking for is access to green space.
Okay.
So regardless of what your budget is, you can start small. Doesn't really matter, but you're just looking for either something with a little bit of green space, common area, an amenities room is also really nice. Good. So if you want to host a bigger birthday party, you have access to that. And then also I really like being close to like a working harbor.
Oh, I never thought about that. That's good.
Especially somewhere where you have either like the construction sites where the boys can check out the cranes and the diggers.
That's great.
Yeah, or being close to the tugboats or the things like the sea bus or anything that
kind of feeds into that whole boys, because boys, we both have boys. Between the two of us, we have 4 boys. And so anything that kind of feeds that construction, building, because that's kind of what boys like to do. And that's really good because I think sometimes people think those are a negative because they think, oh, I don't want to live near a construction site, when in actual fact, you can turn it into a positive because the kids can go out, they can look at it, and you can make it a learning experience. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So then we talked about urban. Now what about suburbia.
So definitely when you're making that decision to move either from a condo to a bigger home, I would say. In the suburbs, you may have access to a little bit more green space already. So within your home itself, you might have a little bit of a bigger yard. I would actually even suggest that you go for even a smaller house with a bigger yard.
Oh, interesting.
Which is also good for the budget as well. That's because I think we downplay the importance of being outside sometimes. And so boys love being outdoors.
They do.
So access to hiking, trails, geocaching, somewhere where they can play their sports, whether it's soccer, hockey, baseball.
Oh, that's good. And then again, inside the house, what are you looking for?
Yeah, within the house, I definitely look for flex space. So whether it's a rec room or a flex space in either a condo or a house.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Something where you can put, you can set up your trains, your cars, Lego as well.
Yes, Lego is huge.
Big one.
Big one.
And I also like the idea of open concept homes.
Okay.
So especially when you have siblings and you want to make sure they're being safe and not hurting one another. If you have an open concept, it's lovely aside from aesthetics. It's lovely to keep an eye on your child.
And the other thing about open concept is that you can change the space. So if your kids start out small, you've got the extra saucer, then when they grow up, you can change it, you can incorporate trains, or you can do the console games or whatever the case may be, right?
Definitely.
So that's good. Yeah. All right, nice. Thank you very much. So the things that I took away from this interview, and I hope you do too, is one, it doesn't really matter if if you're going to be in a suburban center or you're in an urban center. You want to make sure that you've got access to green space. You want to look for open concept and flex space per se, and then take advantage of the area around you. If you look at, if you're in an urban center and there's a construction site, or even if you're in the burbs in the construction site, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's definitely, opportunities to bring the kids into that learning environment, which is great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So my final question to Sarah is, what is the best thing about raising boys?
Yeah, the best thing about raising boys, I think, is I do love the relationship that they have with their dad.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really nice when the boys get their, they call it actually, their man parties.
Ooh,
where
man parties.
They give mommy a little bit of a break.
Oh, that's great.
And they have their man parties. Yeah. And I think it's nice to see that special relationship that boys have with their dads.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for doing this interview with me. I know Sarah was super nervous. I'm Andrea Benton from Raisingboys.tv, and I would love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye.